Hey guys, welcome. Go ahead and hop on your mat. Get ready for some yin. All right, let me tell you what you'll need today. Sorry, I'm obviously not prepared right now. I just got back from another class. So let's see. Today's day 23, and we're going to work on the spleen and stomach channels today. So for this, you might want a block or two. You might want a bolster or that should be it. If you don't have a bolster, just a thick blanket or a pillow should be good. So we're actually going to start in a yogi squat. So you can take this the traditional way, like hatha yoga type squat, where you're flat on your feet and your knees are wide, your hands are together like this, or you can take more of a yin squat where you are up onto your toes, so your heels are lifted and your hands are just out on the floor for balance, or you could place them on a block even if you wanted to. And so your heels are reaching toward the ground here, and you're getting a nice Achilles tendon stretch in the backs of your ankles. So you can just relax here, and you can play around with kind of shifting forward and back if you want to try to get into your hips a little bit more. And maybe over time, you might want to place a block back there and sit back on your block, and then your feet can become flat on the ground possibly, and you could rest there. So you figure out where you want to be today for right now, and then try to keep the body still unless you want to move to get into the hips and add some yang movement, but we want to try to get into that fascia and connective tissues, the joints. And so we want to try to become still and apply that gentle stress on the hip joints here. We're also gently compressing our abdomen with our legs, depending on how you're taking the squat, so we can access those channels here. The spleen channel runs along the inner aspect of the thighs. So I wanted to try to do different postures, different yin postures every day, just to kind of show you all that yin is at the same time as working these channels. So if you're wondering why we're not doing similar poses every day, I just wanted you to get a good variety here of different postures. If you want to take a little neck stretch here, you can. You can drop one ear to one shoulder, just going to where you feel that nice sensation and then relaxing there. If you want to play around with pulling the chin back or forward, you can do that. I know I said to be in stillness, but try to keep the legs still, because that's the channel we're trying to access, is on that inner thigh. And then you can take the opposite ear to the opposite shoulder. Just notice what your breath is like here today in this pose. Try head circles. Just notice all the popping and crackling you might hear when you do this. And we'll be here for about 10 more breaths. And then from here, if you're sitting up in a squat, go ahead and plant your hands on the mat out in front. We'll slowly lift our hips up to the sky. Coming into dangle. We have done this one before, so you're going to bring your feet about underneath your hips, more or less, and you're just going to dangle your upper body over your lower body. So you can definitely bend your knees here. In fact, I'd like you to bend your knees and rest your belly on your thighs here. You can keep your hands on the ground or on a block. If you don't want to go this far down, you can come up halfway. You can also grab opposite elbows here and just let the head hang. You're welcome to stay here, or if you want to add a little bit of neck stretching, you can clasp the fingers together and gently just place your hands there at the base of the skull. Not pulling really hard, just adding a little bit of pull. Just using the weight of your hands. And then we'll walk our hands down to the mat. Drop your knees and sit back on your glutes. Take your feet out in front. We're going to come into half saddle. So for this, you'll need a block or a cushion. I like to use one for it. You're going to roll onto your right glute and take the block under your left. So you're going to sit on that block on your left glute. Then you'll lean to the left and grab the right ankle, pull that foot back, coming into half saddle. So your knee can be right next to the other knee, or it can be out to the side. And then from here, you can reach back, walking your hands back behind you, and then relaxing into this pose. You can take this on your back if or on your side, lying down, if this is too much sensation for you. And over time, you could even take your bolster behind you. If you are ready, you could drop your elbows down to that bolster or add blocks under it to make it a little higher. Or you can just stay on your hands. If you want to do this on your belly, you can just lie down on your belly, reach back, and grab your ankle with one hand. Just relax that right thigh as much as you can. Relax the lower back. And you're going to slowly come up. Take that foot back out in front. You can stay in that pose for up to 5 minutes if you want, but for time, we have to come out and we'll switch the block over to the other side. So we'll be sitting on that block on the right side this time. Lean to the right, grab that left ankle, and pull it behind you. And we'll slowly walk back into this half saddle on the other side. Relaxing here. Begin to just notice what your thoughts are like today. Decide if your thoughts are calm and happy thoughts. Are they helpful to yourself and to others? If not, you can maybe try to think of something that makes you happy or a place that makes you happy. You can picture yourself there. My brother told me recently that I needed music in these videos, but I would have to pay for the rights to that music. So I'm not going to do that since I'm not making any money off of these videos. So you're always welcome to play any soft music or whatever you like to practice to in the background if you need to. And then come up slowly, always entering and exiting nice and slow. Lean to one side, release the leg, roll off of the block carefully. You can bend and straighten your arms. If you're sitting back on your hands, your elbows might feel a little sensitive right now. And then roll down to your back. When you get there, take 3 long, slow breaths, relaxing the body with each breath, letting go, thinking positive, happy thoughts that make you feel calm. And stay here for a few more minutes if you can. But for the sake of time, I will have to end here. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Think of happy places to be, happy thoughts, and I will see you tomorrow. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.